No, I don't say this often.
I don't say this often.
No, I don't say this often. He's going to be a wild card in the league.
Welcome back to the Wildcards Podcast. I'm one of your hosts, Coleman Medlin. I'm joined here today by my two fellow co-hosts, Joshua Sykes and Brandon Harkey. How are you doing, guys?
I'm doing amazing, man.
Yeah, man, doing great.
Absolutely astounding.
Just getting ready for the draft. You know,
Yes.
We are recording this on Thursday, but we post on Fridays.
And if
We try to.
If I step away for a minute, I'm getting a call. Just know Adam Silver, give me that ring. I'm going to the Suns.
I got you.
Yeah,
I got you. All right. So,
Yeah,
yes,
okay,
it is NBA Draft Night 2023. Pretty exciting. We're all looking for who our favorite teams are going to, draft. Probably a bunch of garbage, but you never know. It could be the next Nikola Jokic during a Taco Bell ad. Great things happen on nights in June for the NBA. As we all know, Victor Wembanyama, the consensus number one overall pick, unless he, gets amputated in the next
Unless Scoot Henderson
15 minutes.
shoots him.
Yeah, unless he
More like Brandon Miller.
a good one. Speaking of which, Brandon Miller a couple days ago was favored to go number 3, number 2, and now I see him going. I see it flip flopping. So I saw him going number 3, and now I see him going number 2. And some websites say he's going number 2. Now he's going number 3. What's the deal, guys? What do you think?
I mean,
Oh, my fault, Josh.
No, go ahead, bro.
Ladies first.
No, you got it.
Oh, that was funny. That was really good.
No, I think it's the mic delay. We got to get used to this. I think if I'm the Hornets, they're both good players. Wemby's up here, up on the ladder, and they're maybe a couple tiers down. But if you get these guys, they're not bad. But I think if I'm the Hornets and I'm Michael Jordan, I think I'm taking Brandon Miller.
There was a bit of drama with that though. When Brandon Miller was working out with Michael Jordan and the Hornets, apparently Michael Jordan, according to Brandon Miller, missed a free throw. He also said that MJ isn't his GOAT and Paul George is his GOAT. So take what
That's just how you get drafted, bro. That's how you get MJ to like you, bro. You have to diss him.
Yes, but at the same time, he was favored to go number
personal.
2. He was favored to go number 2 then, and now there's been some momentum for him to go number 3. The Hornets were reevaluating if they want to choose him or Scoot. So interesting stuff there.
When you say the thing about him thinking Paul George is his GOAT, that's pretty much the comparison to CJ Stroud's cognitive test for me. If you're really serious about Paul George being your GOAT, you don't deserve to be in the NBA.
Well said.
Paul
Well
George,
said.
good player, but not the GOAT.
Is he the GOAT? No. Listen, we got to talk about the trades that have been going on recently in the NBA. Today, there have been a couple going into last night. There has been multiple trades, the biggest of which Josh probably wants to do the honors.
Yeah, my Suns were going to get a chip. I
don't think so.
We decided to ship out CP3 and Landry Shamet and multiple firsts.
Your whole bench and your future.
And your salary cap.
Hold on. We didn't trade our bench. We traded Landry Shamet from our bench. Who? That's the real question.
The GOAT?
For
Are
Bradley-
you disrespecting the GOAT?
For Bradley Beal, how many, is he a 9-time All-Star? I think that's what he was. Something like that. He's a multi-time All-Star that's wasted most of his career in Washington. Now he's ready to make an impact in Phoenix and get a chip. Get that ring that Damian Lillard's been dreaming about.
I think 25% of the NBA could get 9-time All-Star if they were the sole option on the Washington Wizards.
Yeah.
Then why didn't they?
Because they aren't. And he is in the
Then why
position
didn't
where
they?
he can. What do you mean, why didn't they? They don't pick where they go to the team.
Whatever, man.
All right.
That's why Jordan Poole's about to go there, man.
Yeah. Wasted his career away, too.
Yeah, so let's segue into that. Brendan, do you want to talk about that?
Well, Chris Paul, because he's trying to win a championship at his old age, obviously was never going to play a game for the Wizards. So he was then traded to the Warriors for Jordan Poole and I think maybe a couple second-round picks.
I have it on there.
Oh.
It's literally on there. The whole trade details is on there.
Oh, yeah, it is. Yeah, so my fault, man. Chris Paul was traded to the Warriors for Jordan Poole, Ryan Rawlings, projected first-round pick in 2030, and a second in 2027. I think this is great for Jordan Poole. I think he doesn't have to play behind Steph Curry and Klay Thompson anymore. And after his playoff performance, can maybe guide the Wizards to the 11th seed.
Can we even call it a performance?
Well, I mean, honestly, it's probably the best
showed
thing
up.
to happen for Jordan Poole's career as a player,
Mhm.
like as a scorer, because
Sure.
he's gonna be able to shoot 50 shots a game, and he will.
Yeah. He was a shot chucker. And we'll talk about shot chuckers later because there's some interesting second-round player draft prospect that I want to talk about. But first, let's talk about another trade. The Celtics. Kristaps Porzingis, or also known as Tingus Pingus,
Unicorn.
was traded to the Celtics from the Wizards. And Brandon, do you want to talk about more of that? Brandon, do you want to talk more about that?
Yeah, I mean, the Celtics, they get Porzingis, and they get pick 25 of this year's draft, and they get a 2024 first-round pick from the Warriors. It was a three-way trade. The Grizzlies then got Marcus Smart from the Celtics, and they gave away Tyus Jones to the Wizards, and the Celtics gave away Daniel Garnario and Mike Muscala.
Yeah, he butchered those names,
My
but
fault.
you
Bro,
really did.
if they're not from England, if they're not from America, it ain't getting pronounced right.
both those guys might be from America.
Probably not.
I don't think Gallinari is from America. Muscala might be.
Or is he
But
Italian?
I mean, I think it's
Yeah.
great for Porzingis' career. I always thought he was a little underrated, and then but bouncing team from team to team every year,
Not gonna do
honestly,
anything for you.
concerning.
I'm be honest though, I felt like Kristaps was overrated when he went to Dallas. And then, when he went from New York to Dallas, and they were like hyping him up to be with Luka, I thought he was a little overrated. Then he went underrated.
Breaking news. Mike Muscala was born 20 minutes from where I live, so I just want to put that out there. He was born in the US.
Crazy, but I don't remember.
Go ahead and just give us your address then, Coleman.
He was born in St. Louis Park, Minnesota.
Oh, okay.
But anyway, back to what I was saying before I was rudely interrupted.
My fault.
But I feel like his performance, even though it was a failing Wizards team, is underrated because he did carry them to success for the Wizards, I guess, or help them anyway. And he had a pretty good season, so he could do a lot of damage with the Celtics. And then Coleman showed us earlier in our group chat that the Celtics are pursuing Kyrie Irving, even though he already said he was going back to Dallas. So I don't know.
I want to make a point about that because sorry, Brendan, but I was going to say a couple of podcasts ago, I did make the point that when we were retooling the Celtics, I did say that Kyrie would be interesting to go back because he kind of fits. Like they need a true point. I don't know if
They got Kobe White, man, the GOAT.
No,
He really
but
is the man.
and you were talking about how rocky the relationship was, but it's not like the NBA is a business. I really don't see how people can.
Kyrie takes everything personally.
No, speaking of which, sure, but similar situation, Chris Paul and the Warriors. There's all that beef between Chris Paul, kind of beef, and Steph, where it's like saying it's not 2014 no
and
more.
Steph, yeah.
Yeah. There's all that stuff, which is gonna be interesting, and I don't know. I feel like relationships can be redone, remade.
I think players are different from organizations, though.
Okay,
Players
sure.
understand players, and organizations. Players feel like organizations are out to get them. You know what I'm saying?
I got you.
And Kyrie takes everything personally. He's pretty much the Kanye of the NBA.
I mean, when you're a flat earther, you're just
Wait,
a little
Brennan, are you saying you're a round earther?
Oh my
Breaking
gosh,
news,
bro,
breaking
you
news.
really think the Earth is flat, bro?
I'm kidding. All right. What are we talking about next?
Well,
Oh, yeah,
we'll move on. But who do you think won the trade out of those three teams?
Okay, so for the first one, I don't think
Yeah.
anyone won. I
Okay,
think it was just
let's grade each trade. So the
Okay,
Bradley
fine.
will go and we'll give them a ranking.
Suns B-.
I was gonna say B-.
And I think the trade acquisition, if there's no money, if there's no salary cap, if this was baseball, sure, A-. But this is not baseball. There is a salary cap, and you have to make allocations for your bench. You have to give money to that, and I don't think the Suns are doing a great job of that right now for their future. They have a very tight window.
Definitely win now mode.
Yeah, I agree with both of y'all, but I'd give it an A- just because You're getting off CP3's large contract. You're losing a decent role player in Landry Shamet, and you're giving up some pick swaps, but you're still keeping your pick unless they want your pick. So, and you're getting a great player in Bradley Beal, another scorer to fit in with, and you can still trade Ayton, so it's an A- for me. But yeah.
Do you think they will dish Ayton for some cap space, and also for some,
I don't think this year, maybe next year. I think they try to run it 1 year.
I mean, how much money do the Suns have right now to build their roster? Like, to build the rest of their team?
They have to get every guy on a minimum contract at this point.
That's crazy.
Actually, honestly, I saw this thing on TikTok, and this guy was like, you can trade DeAndre Ayton that wants a bigger, prolific scoring role to the New York Knicks or Mitchell Robinson, and I don't remember who the other person was. It was another player and
Obi?
a few, like 1 or 2 first rounders. Because Mitchell Robinson, he's a big time center that can go get boards and play defense, doesn't need the rock. And then with 3 prolific scorers like the Suns have, I mean, it wouldn't be such a bad thing to have some defense and rebounding instead of somebody that wants the ball all the time and complains. At that point, I don't know why you get rid of Monty Williams, though.
My only problem is that out of the starting 5...
Thank you, Josh.
Out of the starting 5, who's going to play defense?
Absolutely nobody.
Devin Booker to play defense.
Oh, my.
Okay. He can play defense.
Anyone can play defense.
Josh Okogie is their defensive guy right now. DeAndre Ayton, big baby. I would like to get rid of him, but I don't know.
Cat.
I don't think he's fun. No. Hey man, I don't understand. I don't understand what you're trying to say.
Okay. All right. So, what about the Wizards? What would you give them? I know they're in rebuild mode, but you gotta give them some B. I say B.
C. I say C.
Oh, C. I say B.
Honestly, I would give it a B plus, just because you're getting younger with Jordan Poole, you're acquiring assets.
No, that's not the trade.
Hey, this isn't the trade.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought. Okay, my bad. I'm sorry. I moved on too quickly. Yeah, I would give him a C minus. Really,
I am a B. I think that
you got no players of value on the thing.
The pick swaps are important. It's like 6 pick swaps or something. I'm pretty sure something like that.
Right, which is good.
But if the Suns are going to do good, then you're going to get late first round picks. If that, you're not going to swap with them. So
obviously, they think that they're not going to do good. Obviously, the Wizards organization does not think they're going to do well. They're going to get scored. They're going to get scored 120 points on them every single game.
You don't think they're going to do good though?
Sure, they'll do well. They're going to be a top 3 team in the West, which for sure.
Well, that's what I'm saying though. You're not going to get good picks out of it, so the pick swaps don't really matter.
Well, sure, okay, fine, but it's not for just this year. The picks also fall outside of this championship window that they're with this win now mode that they're in.
You still have Devin Booker though. Bro's a dog.
I mean, you never know. It's a lot can happen in 6 years.
Sure.
Moving on to another Wizards trade, the Jordan Poole trade with the Warriors and CP3. What do we grade the Warriors trade on this? It's hard to gauge because you don't know what CP3 is going to provide for you. I know the odds actually dropped for the Warriors to win the title after this trade went down, and that kind of says a lot about what the current market, the betting market, thinks about CP3 and also about Jordan Poole. The Warriors did have to pay a pretty decent amount of capital to acquire CP3 in his aging years, and if CP3 is the same or worse as he was on Phoenix, I really don't see how this is a win for them at all, because this is going to be a guy that's going to be playing in Curry's dead minutes when he's on the bench, just trying to prevent a larger lead from forming. So I mean, this year. I mean, you could play him at the 1 and then have Steph and Clay at the 2 and 3 respectively, but I don't. That's like even smaller ball than they were playing last year, which is crazy.
Yeah, I saw a projected lineup: CP3 at the 1, Curry at the 2, Clay at the 3, Wiggins at the 4, and Draymond at the 5.
That's even smaller than last year.
Terrible.
Yeah, I don't really. That was like an ESPN. That's terrible.
I give the Warriors side a D, because you're getting a aging Chris Paul to go with your aging Steph Curry.
Aging Draymond.
Chris Paul's not the same player he was just like 3 or 4 years ago. I mean, let's just be honest. It happens. But yeah, I gave it a D. It's not very good.
Yep, I give it a D minus. What about you, Brandon?
For who? The Warriors or the Wizards?
The Warriors.
The Warriors, I give them a C, just mid. The Wizards getting Jordan Poole and more picks, I give that one an A-.
I give them A- as well. I think that's a really good.
Actually,
you know what? I give them an A.
I was going to give them an A. Because, I mean, you're getting a decent young star that can thrive on a terrible team. Jordan Poole. Ryan Rollins, I don't know who that is, to be honest with you. And then a projected first round in 2030, which the Warriors are going to be out of their championship playing days at 2030. So you're going to get a pretty good pick there. And then a second in 2027, not that big a deal, but you're getting CP3's contract off the books. You pretty much just traded Bradley Beal for Jordan Poole, Landry Shamet, multiple pick swaps, a projected first rounder, and a second rounder. I mean, protected first rounder and a second rounder. That's about what you did.
Yep.
So, I mean, not bad. They got a lot out of it, I guess. They got Bradley Beal. They're starting to rebuild, so it's probably a good idea for them.
They probably should have done that years ago, though.
They probably should have done a few.
What has really been the Wizards' mindset in the last couple? Like, what have they been doing? Like, have they
just pay Bradley Beal a lot of money to barely make the bubble play in and then losing the play in?
Exactly. They're just like they're paying to be mid. I don't get it.
To their defense, though, they had John Wall and Bradley Beal together for a long time trying to make that work. They just couldn't build around him quick enough. And then, of course, with Wall's injury, like his ankles and stuff like that, it was hard for them. And then they tried to build around just Bradley Beal for 2 or 3 years, and it just didn't work. And now they're moving on finally, which I think is a great idea for them.
And I understand that, yeah. And I love the rebuild decision, even though it's going to take a long time for that to be. I need to take another look at their capital. But one thing I'll say is that the Wizards, like past 10 years, kind of seems like you put like a toddler on my league in 2K and you let him go. I just don't see that. There's no like direction. I mean, I know they've gotten unlucky, but they need to pick a path and stick to it.
Well, I think they've got the right path now by rebuilding because there's nothing else you could have done.
Yeah.
All right. So, what do you think about the Celtics acquiring Kristaps Porzingis? Even after we thought the trade was not going to go through because the Clippers did not want. Clippers, after reviewing Malcolm Brogdon, I guess they were afraid of he's injury prone or he's suffering from an injury right now, so they just fell through with the trade. They didn't want to do it. So, I was sitting there thinking, wow, Porzingis' career is over. He's going to be in a Wizard for the rest of his life. But, maybe less than an hour, 2 hours later, I see that he goes to the Celtics.
The trade fell out, yeah.
Yeah, we went to sleep not thinking Kristaps would be traded. We woke up, he was traded.
Well, us real night grinders were still awake. I don't know about you.
But I give the Celtics, I think this one's an A. You get Porzingis, who is an all-star caliber player. You get a pick in this year's draft, so you can get a bench player, a good role player, and you get a first-round pick from the Warriors next year. So
yeah,
I think it's an A+ move, honestly.
Yeah, I don't know how they pulled this off.
Yeah, that's crazy. I think it was really good.
Yeah, you're getting 2 first-rounders and Kristaps for Marcus Smart.
I mean, he's a DPOY, but he's never going to win it again.
Is he?
Yeah,
caliber right now?
Oh no, he won one. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, he won.
Marcus Smart won defensive player.
No, he won not last year, but the year before, not a while ago.
Before Jaren Jackson.
Oh yeah, it was.
I think I give. What do I give? I think I give the Grizzlies B+.
Really?
Yeah, I think I like Marcus Smart. You lose. I think is theirs pick 25 or is theirs pick 35?
I think it's 25.
I think theirs is pick 25. And I mean, Tyus Jones is good, but with John Morant being out, I think Marcus Smart is better to run that offense.
I don't know. I like Tyus Jones
like a defense.
What's going to happen once John Morant comes back, though?
I think John Morant goes to the 1 and just runs the offense, and Marcus Smart just goes to the 2.
He's what about Desmond Bane and all that?
Desmond Bane could probably play small forward if they had to. I like Desmond Bane too.
I like him a lot. Yeah.
And Luke Kennard coming off the bench.
I don't care for Desmond Bane, to be honest. He literally all that muscle for nothing, bro. He literally inflates his arms.
Desmond Bane would beat you up, bro.
Does he inject oil?
Yeah.
This is also, by the way, for those listening, this is coming from a guy who's sitting butt naked in his room right now.
I'm not butt naked. I have shorts on, but I'm just topless.
He's just feeling himself.
Unfortunately. What do you say? I'm getting turned on. I don't think so. All right. Anyway,
what do y'all give the Wizards? I think
I give the Wizards.
The Wizards have been involved
the
with
Grizzlies
all
a
of these
B.
trades. I mean, you get Jordan Poole, multiple picks. You're getting a pick in this year's draft. You get a pick in the next couple years. I mean, I think they're really moving the rebuild. I give this one, though, a B, just because you only get Tyus Jones.
I think this is
Gallinari.
arguably the worst one out of the three for the Wizards.
Yeah.
Yep.
I don't really know what the plan was here. This is kind of a trade that's like, I'm not going to put in any more effort to try to secure a better deal. I'm going to jump on this opportunity right now.
Yeah.
I want to show the fans before draft night that we're in rebuild mode. I bet it's more of a PR thing than anything.
Probably. But I'd give the Grizzlies a B-, and then I'd give the Wizards on this one probably a C+. But I mean, you get a pick 35, so we'll see what they do with that.
I'd take Case and Wallace when he's still on the board.
Okay.
Are you gonna get Amir or the other Thompson twin? When you thought you were gonna get Wemby,
we're probably gonna get Imani Bates at pick 5. Honestly,
you would.
No,
hey,
right now,
Detroit move. To be honest with you.
So let's just really quick recap. Who's going where? Top 10. Let's do the lottery picks. What's lottery? Is lottery considered top 12 or what? Top
13.
Lottery's top 15 or
13.
13.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Why is it 13 again? Why is it
playoff teams? I guess.
I got you. So obviously number 1 is going to be G.G. Jackson.
Henderson.
No, I'm kidding. Obviously it's going to be Victor Wembanyama. Now 2 and 3 is where it gets interesting. I think these are the most interesting 2 picks in the entire draft.
They
are interchangeable.
I think it doesn't really matter for us.
What's interesting though
is if you're Charlotte,
trade. If I'm Charlotte, I'm picking
Charlotte's
Brandon Miller.
Unless they're trading to Zion.
I'm picking Brandon Miller.
Brandon,
I
don't want 2 ball dominant guards.
Yeah, if I'm Charlotte, I want Brandon Miller, but I've been seeing things that like the Pelicans are like really want Scoot.
Yeah,
so I just want to see. I really just want to see like a trade because like NFL has like trades on draft night, but I've never seen like an NBA trade like big.
What are you talking about? That happens all the time.
I know y'all remember when you're sitting when you were sitting in high school class and you were watching or like a middle school or whatever when you were watching LaMelo Ball play against Zion. Yep. It was like the most hype matchup ever.
Yeah.
They might be playing together in Charlotte. It'd be crazy. I mean, I'd love to see it if Zion
worlds
ever
collide.
Get healthy. Zion's a world for sure.
Yeah, so is Mariah Mills.
He's Mills.
She's my world. I'm kidding. So yeah, Brandon Miller is who I'd want to see in Charlotte. Then obviously Scoot would be 3. He's not falling out of the top 3, even though he thinks he's supposed to be number 1. But he's a little delusional. You get a big ego when you're a top 5 prospect.
My thing is this Portland do a win now mode and trade 3 to somebody to get another like star next to Dame, or do they? I feel like if Portland picks at 3, they say we're rebuilding with or without Dame. In my opinion, if they trade 3 to get a star, then I would say they're trying to win now with Dame. That's my thoughts on that.
Okay, sure.
Because I mean,
I agree.
You're not getting a rookie point guard to play alongside a veteran point guard when you have nobody else. I mean, they're pretty guard dominant as it is. Anthony Simons, they have Shaedon Sharp, Dame right now. I mean, that's 3. I mean, pretty dominant guards.
I really like Shaedon Sharp. No matter what people say about him at Kentucky,
think he has a lot of upside.
He is he's so athletic. I hate him as well for, I'm a Kentucky guy. Me and Josh and I are both Kentucky guys. I really wish, we got to see him. But you would love him if he played. There you go. The UK gear.
All right, who's going forward to the Rockets?
So Amen Thompson, I guess, is the better brother. Dude, you know how weird that would be? Like your brother, you've been with your entire life, is like just, and then one gets picked above the other. I wouldn't be able to handle that. I don't know.
Honestly, I've watched the tape on both the Thompson twins from Overtime Elite. I don't think they're top 5, to be honest with you.
You don't think so?
One's a better shooter. I don't remember which one it is. I think it's the one that's projected to go later. He's the better shooter.
Yeah.
But the first one's good defense, but he has no jumper, man. So I don't know. With the way the NBA is going right now, with having to shoot the outside shot the way you have to, I don't see it. He's a better Marcus Smart, maybe. Or Marcus Smart would be his comparison, I feel like.
Interesting.
I think you just pick one of the twins. I really can't tell them apart, so I'm not going to tell you which one to pick, but you just take one of them.
Thank you, Brendan, for that very insightful,
It's like
analysis.
rock, paper, scissors, you just go.
Except there's 2 people instead of 3.
Right, if I'm the GM and you're the coach, Coleman, we're rock, paper, scissors.
Oh,
for
that's what
Amy
you meant. I thought you meant
versus
like, you meant like Ozar's, the scissors.
her. Okay. No.
All right. Or Sar. I really needed to know how to spell the.
All right, bro.
to
Let's
pronounce
get
the
to
names.
pick 5.
Yeah.
Pick 5 is going to be the shooter. That's what we think. Ozar.
I don't know.
That's right.
I feel like
guys.
Jarris Walker is a good pick there. Even though they do have a lot of big men, I like Jarris Walker. Big body, power forward, bully ball type player.
Yeah, we don't need him.
He can stretch the floor a little bit with his jumper, but he can't shoot the 3 as well. But I mean, I like him as a
To
player.
be honest, I like Jarris Walker there because Detroit.
Or you go Anthony Black.
No, you don't. You don't go Anthony Black. You don't need another pointer.
I'm saying if you go guard like the other Thompson twin. If you I don't think you go the Thompson twin. I think either you go Anthony Black or you go the power forward Jarris Walker.
Definitely, I saw more of Anthony Black playing, through the March Madness and also through SEC play.
Right.
So I know more about Anthony Black. I don't know as much about the Thompson twins, but I know that Anthony Black is a baller, dude. He's a baller. I love his haircut too. I love that.
I don't like him as a person, but that's okay.
You don't like him as a person? Why not? Josh always has these wait, what do you mean by that?
Just because he went to Arkansas. I mean, I didn't like his attitude when he played us.
God.
I mean,
when he beat y'all?
No, he actually never beat us. But if I was a fan of like Arkansas, I would have loved him. But I would say I had to play him twice, so I didn't really care for him.
But you have to admit he's a really great player.
I think he didn't play great against us the few times he played, but he's a good player.
He has the potential to be really good. He's really tall.
He's going with the number 6 pick.
Number 6, I think that's going to be Anthony Black.
That's the magic. I could see that. I could see Anthony Black.
I think when you have Anthony Black, Jalen Suggs, and all the guys over there, I really think that
Cole Anthony,
Cole Anthony, they all remind me of each other,
bro.
Like, don't you think they all like have like the same sort of like vibe? I feel like they have the same. Orlando is just like the same player, copy pasted. I feel like they're all the same player. I don't know. That's just me.
Yeah, they all just don't care. And then number 7, Indiana Pacers.
I think they take
Taylor
Cam
Hendricks.
Whitmore or Taylor. I mean, Cam Whitmore's still on the board according to us.
Right. I understand. I'm just saying. Right now they have him listed at number 7, Taylor Hendricks. But I like Cam Whitmore. I mean, he is 18, and the guy that I was talking about, he's 19. So you get another year. Not really that big a difference, but Cam Whitmore is a small forward. Taylor Hendricks, a power forward. I mean, I like Cam. I think he comes from a good system from Villanova. I mean, we've seen it work out in the past with Jalen Brunson, Josh Hart, Mikal Bridges. They're very disciplined. So I like Cam Whitmore there, honestly.
Sure, yeah.
If he doesn't fall, that'd be great. And then number 8, Washington. They have Asar Thompson going number 8 on mine over here. This is the NBA mock draft on NBA.com. So I think this is the one that can shoot. I don't remember, to be honest with you. Asar, Amin, I can't remember. But
they both play basketball.
I mean, I don't know who else you'd pick unless you pick Taylor Hendricks there, or you go. Honestly, I could see either Grady Dick going there or Casey Wallace going there.
Oh, brother!
Because you just lost one of your guards,
The
Bradley
pick is
Beal, and you have Jordan Poole. That's an offensive-minded player. So you need a defensive-minded point guard that can pass the rock to Jordan. I mean, honestly, I would like Casey there. Because you get defense and you get a floor general that can run the point with Jordan Poole but running the 2. I mean, that's what I would go.
I
think he's gonna be. I mean, he had some health issues at UK, but I think he's a tough player. I think he can play through injury. So
sure. All right. Well, that pretty much sums up the top lottery picks,
we'll
right?
Top 10. That's good. Victor Wembanyama was just picked
Congratulations
to the Spurs for nothing.
Congratulations to the French people listening.
Congratulations to Victor Wembanyama to go into a terrible.
Did you just say Victor Wembanyama?
Yeah, I don't care about him, bro.
Oh, you don't.
That's not what it sounded like about a month ago.
Yeah, a month ago he was the Pistons.
We don't even need him. Don't eat them.
Anyway, all right. Moving on.
Yeah,
Elon Musk saved Zion's career and the NBA as a whole by banning suspending a certain Twitter account.
what does
So-
she do, Josh? I don't know. Like, I've never heard of her. Can you
So-
just tell me what she does?
Mariah Mills. Oh, let me take this over. I know plenty. Listen. Mariah Mills is a very esteemed actress. Grammy Award. Oh wait, that's
What movies
music.
has she been in?
That's music. Oscar. Quite a few actually. Very
Some of Coleman's favorites.
some of my favorites. No, I'm just kidding. She's an adult actress, and she apparently has, had an affair with Zion Williamson, and she had the receipts to back it up. So she was threatening.
Tapes.
She was threatening to release the tapes on Twitter, but my boy Adam Silver called up my boy Elon Musk. He said, "Yo, we gotta cover this up," and we covered it up like Watergate. So,
Yeah. What's her name? Mills? Is that
Mariah Mills.
Mariah Mills? She was about to Kim K Zion's career, bro.
Yeah, not been good. Not been good for optics by any means. So,
I wonder how his jersey sales would have went. It probably went through the roof.
oh, for sure, she
I
probably would
already
have gotten
have
her
a
own jersey.
Zion jersey. 'Cause I'm an
I know
OG Zion fan.
Would you get like a like how like when people get divorced and their kid they have like the hyphen name? Would you get like a Williamson - Mills?
No.
No,
Well,
you don't think
he's
so?
not having a kid with her. He's having a kid with another girl.
I know. I'm just saying to like rep the relationship.
Oh, I got you.
Uh,
No, I wouldn't.
Moving on from Zion and his career that has been saved by Elon Musk, Deion Sanders apparently needs his foot or some emergency surgery. Coleman, do you want to talk more about that?
Oh yeah, so I don't really know a bunch about it. I know he's had some foot problems. He had to get one of his toes amputated. Am I that correct when I
Yeah.
say that? A couple like maybe
A couple months ago, maybe.
couple
a
months ago,
year.
maybe yeah, somewhere
he
around there.
got his big toe amputated. There's a video on there with Shannon Sharp where he's getting his foot rubbed because he has to have blood circulation to it. He has to get rubbed like 2 or 3 times a day, and or he would like lose his foot. Starts to hurt
Interesting.
him. So
Yeah, so more problems with Deion Sanders. Unfortunately, he has had a blood clot in his groin. Very unfortunate. So he's had emergency surgery. I don't think it's obviously. I'm not going to say obviously, but that's definitely not something that is considered life threatening by any means. But it is a serious health risk. It could be if it's left unattended. Blood clots are always terrible, but I think it was like a minor. Not a minor, but like not like in a medical emergency where you had to be rushed to the hospital. I'm pretty sure. I could be wrong when I say that though. But with that said, I think
prayers up to him and his family though.
yeah, for sure.
Best cornerback to ever do it.
Yep, FSU legend. Kind of stole our guy.
He did steal a guy. It's not a kinda. He did.
He stole our guy, but I still love Deion and what he did for the game of football.
For real.
But with that being said, moving on.
Wait, I know we're moving on, but like I'm watching the draft, right? And it's like team needs. And for the Spurs, it just said team needs. It just said Victor Wembanyama or a starting point guard.
I know. I saw that.
That's just
Team
respect,
needs
bro.
Victor. Team needs.
That's just respect, bro.
That's how bad your organization is. You need Victor, bro.
I mean, they'd be.
Alright.
What do you think the Spurs would be without him?
Nothing. They'd have Keldon Johnson. They'd
have
probably
the number one
draft
pick next year.
Josh.
They say Josh. No one would draft Josh.
They should. They should have. The Sun. Hey, just give it a few more hours. The Suns will be calling my phone. I'll be on a minimum deal with the Suns.
Stop the cap,
Dude, I mean, honestly, man, I'm gonna go try. I'm gonna talk to my boy D Book, man.
man.
We can move on to the picks. I just thought that was
All right, when do you guys do it? I always
it's
do
just
it.
disrespect.
So
Alright,
you
I'll
moving
go-
on.
You guys have any like sleepers about the NBA draft tonight? Like any guy that you think just like people sleeping on?
I think maybe my bias is showing. I think Sheboy could slip into that 60. I would, or somewhere in the end there, give him a chance. I think he will definitely at least be signed to a 10-day. There's no doubt about that. He'll get a chance to try out. He's already
get on two-way.
He's already been trying out for NBA teams. I think he tried out with Portland,
Pacers.
Yep. So a couple of those teams that could use that. But I mean, a lot of teams and GMs are just against a smaller big. I mean, he's big in terms of weight, but he's not the tallest big you'll ever see. But he's dominant on the board. I just don't know how that will translate into the NBA.
Honestly, I think he goes to the Pacers just because he'd fit great with them. They've had some success with undrafted talent, like in recent, I guess.
The Pacers have a late number 55 pick in the second round, and that would be as close to it get. I mean, I think you trade. I think you trade down to 60 because no one's gonna pick him.
Well, I mean, honestly, you just. I mean, how many second round picks are like great players?
Jokic.
I mean, you can waste one.
Jokic.
You know what I'm saying? One. Okay, one guy. Good job. You named the most recent guy.
My ball knowledge is not showing right now. I need to think of more second round picks.
But anyway, Brandon, you got a sleeper that you want to talk about?
No, not really. I haven't. My fault, bro. I didn't know we were doing this. It's like sleeper picks. No, I wish all the best of luck to these kids in the draft, man. Have good careers.
Wow, very respectable.
Mine would be either Casey Wallace, because people are sleeping on him, not picking him in the lottery. I think he's a good, solid point guard for a team that would need it, defensive-wise. And then my second-round sleeper pick would be Imani Bates. I mean, he was the number one player in the class for the longest time. I remember doing
Pew pew, boom, ba 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 ba, boom 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 boom.
Shut up, Coleman.
Gun charges.
Brandon Miller.
No, I'm talking about Imani Bates.
Told y'all, Brandon Miller. All right, continue, Josh.
Anyway, I remember doing 2K rebuilds, and you'd have to get Imani Bates at number 1, and he'd be like a god at 2K. But honestly, I think he can, if he goes to the Suns, like I think he will. I think the Suns are picking. Learn behind Kevin Durant and Devin Booker. I mean, that'd be amazing for his career, to be honest, because he built like Kevin Durant anyway. So,
I think
the pick is in for Charlotte. Brandon Miller goes number 2.
Congratulations to Brandon Miller.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously definitely not. What was I going to say? Brandon, why aren't you up there?
Oh, I'm next year. I didn't declare this year.
Wait, they're talking about you, though, right? When they say Brandon, is that you?
Yeah, no, that's my twin brother.
Oh, they also named two twins, same name.
Yeah,
They look the same.
Oh, they look the same.
Y'all identical twins?
Yeah. Same mom, different dad.
Same genetics.
That doesn't make any sense. You stupid. I said
Same
identical
mom.
twins.
Over step bros.
Identical step twins.
I figured out my underrated player sleeper pick, Jordan Hawkins. That's my sleeper pick.
You think so?
Mm-hmm.
Why? Tell us why.
He's really slept on because I don't even know what you're talking about.
You don't know UConn's point guard?
I'm just kidding, dude.
Carried them to the national championship? I mean, come on. I just feel like he's not getting enough respect.
I don't think he carried, but whatever.
Okay, Josh, that's why it's a sleeper pick.
I'm just saying.
Get your negative attitude away from me.
My bad, bro.
Hater.
I'm sorry, big dog. All right. Are we going to talk about our picks?
Yeah, so moving on. We'll move on to our picks. 2 weeks ago, because we did not record last week because I don't really know why. I think Coleman had a dinner. I just started a job. Josh was in
finally got a job.
I was really
Josh was in Bahamas with the Suns again.
Yep.
I wish.
But Josh went 7-6. I went 8-5, and Coleman went 8-5.
Oh, Brandon, we're still tied. Well, we're not tied. We tied this week, but I'm still ahead by 1.
Up by 1. But we're really, Coleman. We're creeping in on Josh.
Yeah, we are. Josh
used to have a big lead, and now I think he's getting
still
old.
Up by 10.
He's getting old. He's out of his prime.
He's out of his prime.
Like CP0.
Up by 10,
they're picking
Josh.
freaking baseball, bro. Because they're picking freaking baseball.
Well, what else are we supposed to pick? Oh,
I don't know. I'm just
you'll
saying.
See. We finally got a new sport this week. You'll see.
Football.
The real football.
But no. So we'll start off this week, week 14 of our picks on Friday. We have our first game: Twins at Tigers.
We all went Twins except Brandon.
I went Tigers because it's a home game.
Tigers suck.
Tigers do suck.
Yeah, well, the whole
they beat the
Central
Twins.
Sucks.
The AL Central is a really bad division.
Yeah,
but then the next game we have is Mets at Phillies. We all went with the Mets.
Yeah,
I think
I go with them. I go with
pitching staff.
Yeah, that's why I go with the Mets all the time. Is because they have a better pitching staff. And
I feel you love the Mets pitching staff. Oh, he's doing the
I
play
talk about
reacts. He's doing the play
I-
reacts.
I talk about them every episode almost, man. Every time we talk about the Mets.
I was gonna say the last podcast I'm like, yo, what is it with you and the Mets pitching staff? Is it because is your dad on the pitching staff or what? You got a family member there? But it's no, you just really love the pitching staff on the Mets.
Yeah, for real.
Oh, I got you.
Then the third game we have is Rangers at Yankees. Josh Coleman went with the Yankees. I went with the Rangers. No explanation needed, really. The Rangers are just the better team.
No, Yankees winning that, bro. In New York. Aaron Judge going yard.
Fourth game we have is Astros at Dodgers. Coleman with the Astros. I went with the Dodgers. Josh went with the Dodgers too. They're just a better team.
Yeah, they just pay more for their players, man. I mean, that's what it is.
Yeah.
Saturday, we got the USA versus Jamaica.
Let me talk about this one.
Oh yeah, go ahead, man.
This is my. I'm a Team USA fanatic, if you will. I just watched them plow through the CONCACAF championships. And they say they played Mexico. They beat Mexico out of the water. Tres a 0, absolutely demolished. And then what they did is they go into the championship versus Canada, down 2 players, because they got red cards in the game against Mexico. Pretty heated game, actually. And then they beat Canada. Josh, the reason why I think that the rivalry is so heated is because in the past, there's a lot of pride that goes into the Mexican side for soccer. And USA, well, there's just that soccer is it's a sport that's played a lot in Mexico. And in the US, we tend to take more different sports, like more serious, like basketball, football, esports. Okay, I'm kidding. No, but they take the other sports more. In recent years, the past like 3 or so, the U.S. has started to pick up some pace. We're nearing the top 10 in terms of FIFA rankings, and I think that the Mexican side is a little, wait a second, these guys are supposed to be our little brother in this sport. Why are they overtaking us now? But yeah, for the past like three meetings, I think the USA has bested Mexico, and I think that will continue for a long time as long as we have this squad. Thank you.
We were talking about USA versus Jamaica, and it ended up talking about Mexico. Bro.
I think if I remember correctly, you were the one that asked me why the rivalry is so.
No, but you were starting to talk about Mexico.
Yeah, you asked me why the rivalry between Mexico and USA was so big.
Man, whatever.
Okay.
Go off topic.
Let's get a move on.
All right. Okay, Josh. All right. What are we talking about next?
We all picked USA for that game.
Yeah.
Then Sunday we got Mariners at Orioles. We all picked Mariners. Brandon, do you want to expand on why you picked the Mariners?
I picked the Mariners because they're a good up-and-coming young team, and I think the Orioles have kind of slowed down since their start. I mean, I think they're still in first place in the AL East, but they were off to a way. No, they're not in first place. The Rays are in first place, but they're a good team in the AL. I just think that the Mariners are on the come up.
Like real talk.
Real talk, bro.
All right.
Would you buy stock in the Mariners?
No.
Okay. Well, you just said they're on the come up, so you're aligned.
Well, I'm not a real Mariners fan, bro. Like I'm a Tigers fan.
You said they're on the
loyal.
come up, though. Also on Sunday we had the Brewers at the Guardians. Me and Coleman picked Brewers. Brandon picked Guardians. I told y'all I would never pick the Guardians, and I'm sticking to it. Go Brewers.
All right. On Monday we have Twins at Braves. I don't know who keeps throwing in these Twins games here, but we all chose the Braves.
I think it's Brandon.
There's no debate about why the Braves have been chosen. They're just the best team, and the Twins will just get steamrolled.
I was at a Twins game this week, and they lost to the Red Sox like 10-4. Yeah, the Twins are not very good.
All right, and then also on Monday we have Brewers at Mets. We all picked the Mets because of their great pitching staff.
Oh my god.
Okay, moving on. We don't have to talk about that too much. On Tuesday we got the Padres and the Pirates. Me and Brandon picked the Pirates. Coleman picked the Padres. Brandon, any insight on this game? You got any insight?
They're both Pirates up and coming in the NL Central. Padres are just not performing, considering they have like one of the highest payrolls in the MLB with Manny Machado and Tatis. That's probably why Coleman went with them because Coleman likes people that use steroids, and Fernando Tatis Jr. He likes cheaters. That's why he went with the Astros.
Yeah,
but the Pirates they play with grit and they play with heart, man. That's why they're gonna win. And the other game on Tuesday, we have Rays at Diamondbacks. Me and Josh went with the Diamondbacks. Coleman went with the Rays. You know, Diamondbacks.
I was kind of just following Brandon's lead on this one. I didn't know which way to go. So
both good teams. Rays, best team in MLB, but have slowed down a little bit.
Brandon, I have a question for you.
Okay.
Do you think that the Rays will have the best record and still have the best record by the time the MLB season ends?
Let me check real quick.
You calculating? Running the numbers?
Let's see. 50,
you know the odds
52.
How many games they play? It's ridiculous, bro. They need to shorten the seasons.
Yeah, it's 10 games, please.
I'd say no.
You don't think so?
Nope.
Who's going to catch them?
You got the Braves on 48. I mean, that's only like 4 behind. I think
the Braves can catch them, yeah.
The Braves, the Rangers maybe. They're not that far behind.
Especially if we keep picking them.
And the Diamondbacks.
All right, that was just a quick question. All right.
No. Go ahead and just test my ball knowledge. On Wednesday, we have the USA versus St. Kitts and Nevis.
Yeah, you pronounced it right. Good job.
Bro,
this is, I think, St. Kitts and St. They have a combined population of maybe
people.
Less than 100,000, I'm pretty sure. So, I mean, pretty much any kid that's like between the ages of 18 and 30, they'll shove in there and be like, we'll call it a day. But the U.S.
What do you mean by that? Just shove them in there? What?
No, but yeah, basically what I'm saying is.
All right, my bad.
Shut up, bro. Basically, what I'm saying is that the United States will blow this team out of the water, and I'm very, very confident in that. Next,
USA.
Thank you, Josh.
Amen Thompson just got picked 4th pick.
Really?
Congratulations to Amen Thompson. He's clearly better than his brother.
Amen.
It's gone to plan so far. It's gone to the draft, the mock drafts.
And then Thursday, which is our final game of the week, we got Phillies at Cubs. Me and Coleman picked together. We went Cubs, kind of like his avatar right now. And then Brandon picked the Phillies. Brandon, you want to explain why you went against the crowd here?
Yep.
That's it? Oh, I thought you just say yeah.
Yep. No, I think the Phillies are about to heat up.
You think everybody about to heat up, bro?
They start off well. You ever heard of Kyle Schwarber in June, bro? I mean, he's just unstoppable. So.
I agree. Yeah. All right, so those are going to be our picks for the week. I want to thank all of you guys for showing out for this episode of the Wildcards Podcast. Once again, we try to do our podcast every week. We try to upload on Fridays, but usually that gets pushed to Sundays. But make sure to check out our podcast every weekend. We will have a podcast out. That's our goal. If we don't, then that's on us.
That's on Coleman. It's not on us.
It is on me.
It's not a team effort.
All right, I am volunteering. I work. I am the editor. This is not a team effort. I pretty much do literally everything, except making the hats. Speaking of which. Just a quick announcement. Our buddy Josh here. You want to explain what you've been doing the past couple days?
Yeah, I've been. It's actually been like a week or two. The dude didn't know how to do it, and all this other stuff came up. We're getting hats to wear when we have the podcast and just around. So if you're listening and you want to pre-order your hat, that'd be awesome. Just hit me up on Instagram or the Wildcards Instagram.
Yeah, we'll post a picture of the hats on our Instagram and our TikTok.
For sure.
When they're done. I mean, they're not finished right now, but they're in progress.
Yeah,
for
prototype.
All right.
Okay. So yeah, I really appreciate Josh putting in that work, getting us those hats. They look sick. We'll make sure to get those pictures out. But yeah, other than that, I want to thank all of you guys for showing up for this week of the Wildcards Podcast. Make sure to check out their socials. The Instagram is Show Wildcards, SHOWWILDCARDS. Boom, Wildcards. Was that pretty good spelling? Thank you, Brandon.
That's pretty.
You win.
But yeah, check out and then on there you can find a link tree which will have all of our socials. Make sure to follow us on TikTok. We're trying to hit 1,000 before the summer ends. We've been trying to keep up on posts on there. It's been interesting. But yeah, make sure you check out that. I want to thank you guys all for listening. I'm Coleman Madlin. I'm joined here today by my 2 co-hosts,
Joshua Sykes,
Brandon Hartke.
Thank you for listening. Peace out.
Peace.